this is the greenhouse portion of the Bio 420 field trip. Pretty cool, right? These plants are cool. Yeah. Right here, we have a corn crop. It is a monocot. You can tell that by the stem and leaf structure. And yes.
You got any weed in here?
Actually, we do. There are some dandelion species that, according to modern botanist theory, is technically weed.
No, I mean like marijuana.
Oh. You see, I like to keep a bit of a professional environment around here, so no, I don't grow any weed or cannabis is the proper botanist term. I'm extremely disappointed. You're dismissed from class until you learn a proper respect for botany. Get out.
Okay.
Now, we have a lot more to do, so let's keep going. Right here, we have something called a Salvia farinacea. It is a dicot, and Professor Jackson and I want you to remember this plant specifically because it's probably the dankest shit in the entire greenhouse. I'm talking, wow, out of this world.
Excuse me, can you repeat that last part?
It is a dicot.
No, the part after that?
Oh, yeah, like I was saying, this stuff is like Killer Keef on steroids. I'm talking, wow, I did this stuff once and I was gone for 3 days, man.
You smoke this plant?
Yeah, that's kind of what 90% of botany lab work is. Most days in Professor Jackson's lab are spent smoking stuff and seeing what it does.
That seems sort of unethical.
Yeah, there has been a little bit of a controversy over some practices of the department, specifically the plant smoking and the animal testing. But I'd like to remind all of you here that everything we do in this lab is for a good cause. Right now, my lab is ingesting mushrooms to see their effects on pancreatic cancer.
Do any of you even have pancreatic cancer?
That's not the point, okay? That's not the point of the experiment. Now, right here we have what we call a tomato. It is a fruit, and the seeds are usually dispersed by mammals. Can anyone tell me why?
You smoke this too?
No, it's an edible. I sort of assumed you all heard of tomatoes. Moving on, we have the Achillea filicanuela. It's probably closest to something called Colombian crank. If you've heard of that before, it's amazing your first try, but you gotta be careful because you might have a bad trip. One of our department heads, for example, said he fought a giant spider for 3 hours after he snorted some of this stuff, and it was a bad experience.
Wait, you guys snort this?
Yeah. Did they not go over this with you last semester? The main research methods of botany are microscopy, snorting, smoking, laser analysis, and electrophoresis, and, anyone? Injection! You guys gotta write this down, it's going to be on the exam. Now, we have to keep going over
Isn't that dangerous?
only if you don't know what you're doing. Every person in this lab is highly trained, either a grad student or a professional. We're not like the chemistry department. We don't light fires every other day. Now, we're running short on time, and there's one more plant we have to get to. This is the Tagetes erecta. And it makes something else a little erecta, if you catch my drift. Your mom catches my drift. I think that is time. So, any questions? Okay, great. I will see you all next week. Oh, one last thing. If anyone is interested in a little black tar heroin, I'll be behind Nolan Hall. And you know my office hours, so come on by.